Welcome back to another episode of Camp Oddwood.
What's up?
I'm trying to get my ASMR license.
You look like those robots from that new movie thing. That new robot movie.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Me?
The new robot movie. Which one?
I just saw a trailer for. I forgot what it's called. Oh, it was Monsters of Men.
Huh.
Yeah.
What? When I was doing this?
Yeah, because they basically look kind of like those robots from all of, was it Neil Blomkamp's movies?
No.
Maybe it is a Neil Blomkamp movie. I don't know. What's up, guys? But
What's that mean?
What's going on?
So you're back again for another episode of Camp Oddwood.
You almost forgot the name.
No, I never forget. I just stutter a little bit
Oh, I'm sorry.
because
I'm sorry.
see now you're bringing me back to
I apologize.
my days when I was bullied.
I didn't mean to.
And people would be like, "Oh, hey, what up, little mixed boy? Psh, psh,
Oh.
fuck you. Psh, psh. You're less than any of us." Psh, psh, like this.
That happened?
Sorry.
No, but when I talk about being bullied, it's easier to say that and get sympathy than than to say that I didn't get bullied. You know?
I guess.
Yeah,
Because victim. He's always playing victim.
Yeah.
Kids tried to bully me because I had really long hair. Because
cool.
they'd call me a girl. You know, I probably looked like a girl. But I'd always get really mad about that. Because it's like, motherfucker, I grew out my hair because I love Liu Kang, bitch. And I'd jump kick them and just fight a lot. And I didn't get bullied because I would just fight them and usually win.
I fought a lot and lost a lot because I was small. But no, I did probably get bullied. I got my hair cut by a kid. He cut my rat tail.
That's messed up.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, you don't need this. It looks horrible." And then he cut it off.
Well, you probably did you a favor too. But
See,
damn, the audacity.
That's a bully right there.
What? No, I would never. I would
Yeah,
tell you it looked terrible. I wouldn't go all the way.
Which
and
is
cut it
a
off.
form of bullying, which is still pretty mean, especially at that age. It's still impacting on your psyche.
I would still
then you
play
wouldn't-
with you.
Well,
It's not like I'm being a meanie and be like, "Oh, why do you have a rat tail? Let's go play."
That's
It's
exactly what you just said you would be doing.
Well, no, it's
He
like
just said he did you a favor. And
the bully did you a favor by cutting it
Yeah,
off.
but that's what you would tell me. I'd be like, "Oh man, I feel so betrayed by your words."
Yeah, but then we would go play.
Yeah, but then I would be looking at you on the handball court like, why is he hating?
And then I would bring in a
fucking
picture of my rat tail because I had one. And then I'd show you, and you'd probably be like, "Yeah, you don't look great with it either."
No, because one of my best friends had a rat tail, and we're the rat tail brothers.
That's why you guys got bullied.
I remember-
really?
We didn't call each other.
Oh,
that.
okay.
I'm just saying that right now.
Oh.
I just remember when Halloween came around, that was right when they announced the White Ranger on Power Rangers, and he had the long hair with the ponytail. So I was just like, "Oh, I'll put my long hair in a ponytail," and then that way I had a cheaper costume. You know, the ones that had the pull down mask and stuff. We didn't have enough money to get the nice helmet, so we just had that. But I was like, I don't want to wear the mask. I'll just wear the suit because it still had the cool shoulder pads, and I'll just have my ponytail I'm not wearing my helmet. And everyone's like, "Oh, it's so cool." I was like, awesome.
That's cool.
I felt really, really special that day.
Nice.
I was a Power Ranger for multiple Halloweens.
The same one?
No, I was the Red Ranger, the Blue Ranger, and the White Ranger.
Oh, that's dope.
Nice.
Yeah. All at once.
Your parents loved you.
Yeah.
Our parents loved us. They got us different costumes.
Yeah. Well, no, it was
different
cool
years.
though. My parents
Yeah.
were buying me really cool costumes, and then when my sister was born, no, actually, what happened was my mom would make all my costumes.
Oh, that's cool.
And they're really nice hand sewn costumes. But then my sister had to come into the mix, take away some of their energy. So they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll just buy you a costume." She's like, I have to sew hers, okay? And it's harder to sew hers when I could just buy you Power Rangers. So get out of my face.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad was
Okay.
a hobo for I think 8 years or 10 years.
Oh, that was his costume.
I went as
his
a
parents
hobo
would just
as a kid.
put him in a bunch of old baggy clothes and just dirty up his face and give him a stick with a little bindle.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, that's fucking sad.
That's funny though.
Until he got old enough to like make his own costumes.
Oh,
and
that's
shit.
cool. My whole family, my first Halloween, we were all skeletons.
It's a family.
Yeah.
That is a family
cute.
endeavor. On
Black skeleton, Asian skeleton, little mixed skeleton.
damn.
Yeah.
All skeletons are the same color though. How do you tell?
Dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all dead.
How do you tell the difference?
We're all just bones on the inside, people.
Well, because my mom's skeleton mask, the eye holes were a little bit slanted.
That's fucked up because that's not how it is.
Is that how it works?
No.
Well, then my dad's my dad's skeleton mask, it had those 3 dots. Those 3 dots on the back of the skull. You remember, Janko?
Yeah.
The 3 dots. Let's see if she has the dimples on the back of her skull. Yeah.
Yeah.
Broomhilda.
That sounds like fun. It sounds like fun.
So,
I love how like Leo's character became a meme. Just the
oh yeah.
he's the worst of that movie, man.
Yeah, but that was a great.
That was great.
It was a great performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 memes of him holding a drink. There's one from The Great Gatsby and one from
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Django.
What does it say? It's like when you're always holding a drink.
Man, there's so many memes.
This is why you don't make memes.
There's so many memes of Leonardo DiCaprio. I just realized that. Like the one where he's getting mauled by a bear.
Oh yeah, in Revenant.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Oh shit.
Leo memes. But anyways,
Here we go with a quick PSA from our good friend, Lil Smokey.
a little smoke.
Take it away.
Hey, Paul! What are you doing? You don't do that. Thousands of homes are burned down every year because little fuckers like him. Be safe.
Now it's time to educate you guys. Let's get into some fun facts. Fun
Ooh.
facts.
Fun facts.
Fun facts.
Fun facts.
I'm fucking hot.
That's not a fun fact. That's just a regular one.
No.
Fun fact. All right. So fun fact.
Jesus Christ.
So fun fact. The first recorded "Your Mama" joke was from 1500 BCE.
Like recorded as in written down?
Yeah.
What was the joke?
So the joke reads, or I'm gonna get into that in a second. Let me give you all the opening information. So basically,
Stone.
it was it. Yeah, it was. So it was carved on stone. They found it in modern day Iraq in 1976. It was found by an archaeologist named J.J. Van Dyke.
Was his mom a dyke?
That's disrespectful. And basically, it was a list of 6 proto jokes written by a Babylonian. They think like student or scholar or something. And it was chiseled into stone.
So they had trolls back then too, huh?
I guess so.
Comedians, man.
So the joke reads, "Of your mother is by the one who has intercourse with her. What? Who is it?"
That was a joke.
Yeah, that was an old school your mama joke, I guess.
So what they're implying
That your
If
mom's
you're-
having sex with somebody right
is
now.
like, who is it?
Yeah.
That's
It's like
pretty
so
much-
many people could possibly be having sex with your mother because of her promiscuous nature.
So if you had to
Who is it?
So if you had to translate it to like a modern day your mama joke, it's like, your mama's such a whore. I don't know who she's having sex with.
Yeah. No, that's a 2010 version of it.
Oh.
The way that it would go nowadays, if we gotta stick to PC rules, is yo mama is so empowered that she be fucking everybody on the block.
You should drop the F word. It's not PG.
Not PG. I said PC.
PC.
Or PC.
So it's PC. It's not PG.
Hey, mama's got to have a good time, honey.
Yeah, because she's empowered.
Those Babylonians, man, always trying to be jokesters.
Yo mama is so in touch with her sexuality that she enjoys sex with multiple partners. And all of them live on this block.
Jeez.
I think it would be more like your mom makes so much money on OnlyFans that she just fucks anyone and records it that she swipes right on.
Yo mama has figured out how to has used her entrepreneurial spirit and found out how to monetize her sexuality on OnlyFans. That I'm sure she buys you very nice things with the amount of sex she's having on OnlyFans with strangers
Gotta do what you gotta
that
do,
I've
man.
seen because I'm subscribed.
Oh,
Like this.
nice.
Like this.
So thank you for supporting me and my mom and my family.
Yeah. So like,
So now it's more of a compliment than less of a joke.
Yeah, I think.
which is what the PC police want right now. Jokes aren't allowed to exist.
polite comments.
Yeah. They just want everything
PC.
to be polite. The thing, you know what's crazy about the PC police? You're only allowed to make fun of certain people now.
Yeah, it's boring.
Like Italians?
Well, no, like, I mean, so, like, if a dude is,
What are you
like,
talking about?
asking, like, oh, my God, like, try to tell, like, an old school joke, like, oh, how come you women take so long to get ready, or whatever, and then it's like, oh, boo, what the fuck, stereotypes, but then if a woman tells a joke, like, oh, how come you dudes, like, whenever you want to date us or whatever, like, we have to have sex with you by the third date? Like, what kind of bullshit is that? Like, you don't own me. Like, these guys are so entitled, like, asking if they can have sex, and then you say no, and they're like, okay. Like, what kind of piece of shit is that?
I don't think they would really care about the joke about getting ready because
I'm so
it's like,
confused.
yeah,
How are
because I got all
those-
these accessories and shit because that's what it takes sometimes.
But they're like, why are you always talking about why it takes so long for us to get ready? You guys are like, dudes are always like, duh, we're so fucking dumb. We're so stupid. Look at me, I'm a dude with a dick. All the blood in my body that should be in my brain is in my dick. I'm an idiot.
And that's how we got the first your mama joke.
Yeah.
I guess.
So that's, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was actually the second joke on the tablet.
Oh,
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
was
you
the
said
first
there
one?
was like a few. of them, huh?
But I think it's dumb shit. Dumb shit.
You don't have to add th to everything.
Escargot.
If.
All right, so yeah, that is our fun fact.
There weren't more
It was just about
jokes?
your mama joke. There were other jokes on there.
Oh, but there were different types of jokes.
Yeah, they weren't all your mom joke. If you want,
Dang.
I'll hit you with a couple of the other jokes. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
pull it up.
Some of the early
This one's
recorded
very
jokes.
specific. It goes, Zachary Grandel, if
It would be Zachariah back then.
Yeah.
More of a
Zooch.
Zachary.
What'd you just call me? Call me a Zooch?
Yeah, that's your Babylonian name.
No, Henry.
All right, so here's the first one that was on the tablet. In your mouth and your teeth constantly stared at you, the measuring vessel of your Lord. What is it? Beer.
Is that an actual joke from the tablet?
Yeah,
I
these
felt like that was
Babylonians
more-
aren't particularly funny in current days from current day standards.
I'm sure it's like the translation is kind of off, but that's pretty much saying like, oh, this motherfucker, like,
You alcoholic.
yeah, he's saying like, your only god is beer. Like, you only believe in one God, and that's beer. Which is true. That is our one true God.
So this one. Okay, here's another one. The deflowered girl did not become pregnant. The undeflowered girl became pregnant. What is it?
Why do they end it in a question?
Auxiliary forces.
It kind of sounds like the person that lost their virginity got pretty lucky and didn't get pregnant, but then Jesus
Or auxiliary
happened.
forces. Yeah, basically it's
Right? The undeflowered
I don't
girl
know.
got pregnant.
It sounds like yo, you could be a whore all your life and not get pregnant, and then but you could stay a virgin and then Jesus will impregnate you and you still got to deal with it.
What?
So,
Jesus wouldn't. You're the baby. Jesus is the baby.
This is 1,500 years before
God did it.
Jesus Christ. I think we have to think about the punchline.
Yeah.
Auxiliary forces.
Auxiliary. Yeah.
Yeah, the Babylonians suck, dude. No wonder they died out.
All great civilizations do.
He gouged out the eye. It is not the fate of a dead man. He cut the throat. A dead man. Who is it? A governor.
That one's pretty funny, actually.
Shit.
that one.
Yo, 15th century laughs. Or 15,000 BC laughs. All right. So
That was interesting.
yeah.
I like how they joked about killing politicians.
Yeah.
Back then,
Yeah.
because we've been knowing they suck.
Governors especially.
Yeah. Oh man, like the one from Walking Dead.
You fuck that
Oh,
guy.
the governor. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was a fun fact. Thank you.
What
for
if every evil person was legally mandated to wear eye patch? It would be easier to identify them.
Would it be?
Yeah, because they would have a fucking eye patch.
Yeah, but then a lot more people would have eye patches.
Everyone-
Right?
Yeah, a lot of them. Well, a lot of evil people would have eye patches.
Oh, just evil people.
Yeah.
Oh, what about people that just lost an eye?
Then you just have to show the flesh. If you're a good person.
They give you a fake eye.
Yeah. Or we give you a fake eye.
What if they don't like the feeling of a fake eye in their thing and they would opt for the eye?
That's because they're
Can
evil.
they just make a mark on there that's like a happy face, and then the evil ones have a
With a mean face eye patch?
or evil just as
Evil eye patch?
If I was missing an eye, I'd put a little laser pointer in there, but I would have glasses on, but I'd have just the one with the missing eye, like kind of like sharpied out, but then I'd like click the button on or something, and then you just see like the red light coming through. People be like, "What the fuck?"
the cyborg guy.
Yeah, because I can't afford a real cyborg guy.
You just stick a laser pointer
Jam
in
a
your
little laser pointer in my eye
fucking eye
socket.
hole.
I wonder if the Babylonians had thoughts like this.
They don't. I don't think
Well,
they
not
knew
the
what a laser
laser
pointer was.
but with the eye patch, maybe.
Oh, like maybe we should. I don't think that the idea that bad guys wear eye patches was a thing then. I think
But eye patches, I'm sure.
they're probably
were a
like,
thing.
oh shit, maybe all the assholes wear fucking leaf crowns.
Yeah, I think most of the assholes back then were like overweight and
Because
like,
they're eating fucking everything when we're all starving.
super soft-bodied and like pristine, as opposed to like the working
soft
class
skin,
and like
bathed in milk ass.
and like warriors and shit. Those are usually the guys that lost eyes and like
Yeah.
had scars and were like built and like knew how to kill and fight.
And the hunt.
It's like, yo,
Yeah.
fuck
So when they
this
got
soft
tired,
body ass motherfucker.
yeah, when they got tired of being rolled like that, they're like, oh, we're just gonna slit this governor's throat.
Yeah, those dudes probably bruise real easy.
That's a
You should write that one down. Chisel that. Chisel
That's
that.
a great one.
Chisel
Is
that
it-
on
oh
that
my
rock
God.
over there.
Is
We're
it
in
you should-
Iraq.
Can you imagine though if people are telling you to write that shit down? It's a lot. It takes a lot more work. It's like, yo, that's a very laborious task. I'll do it later. You're gonna forget it. You should write it down now. Okay.
Yeah, but they didn't have a lot to do, I would imagine, back in the day.
Well, it was
They probably had more to do because all the stuff that we do, we have all this extra time because of, is because we don't need to like rear our own animals and like make sure that like making sure that you're fed is like such a bigger task back then.
But if you're a comedian,
Then you're wasting your time.
well, yeah, but
Well, you're a scholar.
You're still
That's why
gonna
only
chisel it out.
scholars were able to be comedians.
It was
because
probably like
other people were feeding
a
them.
scholar that was getting high. And he was like, Paul told me this one.
It's like, oh,
Maybe they wrote it down on parchment first, and then they just took their time. Whenever they had the free time,
And they wrote the
Chisel it.
best ones.
on stone. So
They did have parchment.
people
back
can
then.
see it. 5,000 years from now, I
I
guess.
see. Okay.
Because what? That was how long ago? Babylonians?
It was
Five.
I think like Babylonian times. Yeah.
Thanks, Alex.
Okay, I think it was like Babylonian years ago or something.
I was gonna say they probably had parchment paper, just like the
did.
Egyptians.
Making statements, assuming.
They're close enough to the Mediterranean.
Maybe they had slaves
Okay.
that did it for them, right? Chiseling all these things out of rocks. It's not like you have to know how to read. You just have to know how to chisel out that symbol that looks like an eye or
Yeah.
whatever letter that they used.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into some. What is it? The Chronicles of Reddit.
The Chronicles
The
of
Chronicles of
Reddit.
Which one's who's the Vin Diesel?
Zach,
Of these.
Zach's Vin Diesel.
Wait, what?
Zach's the Vin Diesel of the Chronicles of Reddit.
Yes.
Because he's colorblind.
Well, he's Vin Dangle.
Have you thought about getting those glasses that like?
The E-Chroma or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
My dad said he was going to buy me some as a present. I think 2 years ago.
Do you think
he,
you?
he didn't do it.
You should remind his ass.
He didn't do it. I don't know.
Do you think you would cry?
No, probably not.
Yeah, you don't really care about some stuff.
I don't know. I don't think I would get emotional about seeing
Anything?
purple, clear. It's not like I can't see color. I'm looking around. I can see color all over the place.
You thought I was white for like the longest time.
Well, that's because I was wearing an evil eye patch. So, anyways, Chronicles of Reddit. There's been a few ones that I saw throughout the week, but I don't know. This one's kind of vibing with me, I guess. Not. I should choose my words carefully.
Vibe check.
I don't vibe with this one. I don't really like how this story goes, but here we go. Okay, you guys ready?
This one tickles your fancy.
But you're vibing it.
Okay, so it goes. I, 46 male, walked in on my boss, 42 male, with my daughter, 23 female. I don't know what to do. I've been working at my company for over 10 years. Gotten close with my boss and his family. It's very important. We decided to have a little get together on my birthday. We're all out on the porch, and I went to go to use the restroom. Our guest bedroom just so happens to be on the way to it. As I walked past it, I heard someone try to get up quickly. That was when I saw them both in bed. My boss immediately tried to justify what they were doing, but he knew I wasn't buying it. I just couldn't get the image out of my head of them together. I didn't know what to do, so I just decided to lock myself in my room. When I went back out, my daughter had already left and my boss kept his distance. This was almost a week ago, but I haven't been to work. I've been using my sick days to see whether or not I want to resign or not.
That's an HR nightmare.
That was a
So like,
family nightmare, too.
but I'm just saying, like,
My daughter's a homewrecker.
if you
My boss is fucking my daughter.
if you
And the
choose,
daughter kind of fucked up the dad's the whole work situation.
yeah,
See, that's why like these porn scenarios are kind of getting out of hand. But I mean, that being said, that's still, this whole thing still could have just happened, like regardless of that. So you can't blame porn entirely.
Yeah. No, I think it's the idea, because a lot of younger women like the idea of having an older man.
Or sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy.
Yeah.
I wonder how long that was going on for. If it was just like that one time thing.
Well, I think
it's been going on for a while before that.
I mean,
Get
if the dude
together.
also is like cheating on his wife, then he could leverage that for like some promotions and.
You could, but I mean, personally, if I was the dad, I would probably resign too. After knowing the dude for 10 plus years and his family.
Yeah.
If I was the dad, I'd be like, go up to my boss's office, and I'll be like, "Hey, daddy, you're gonna be my new daddy, right? My daughter's
My mommy now.
what? What?
You're my daddy and my daughter's my mommy.
Whoa.
Feed me, daddy. Feed me.
That's a whole
No,
different.
so like then you're like, no, you have 2 sugar babies now. I'm not gonna ask any questions, but in return, you just give me some money, maybe some new Nikes.
Just new Nikes. That's it.
I'm kidding.
Setting the bar low.
This would.
I'm surprised he didn't get his ass beat. But then again,
It's
he
his
is his
boss.
boss. So it's like. But
Well, then
if you're thinking about resigning anyways, I would go into work. And if I decided that I was going to resign, I would go into work, go into his office if he had one. And hopefully there's coworkers out in the working area. Then I'll have a conversation with them. Probably see if I can't negotiate some type of deals. If it doesn't work out, I'm going to kick down the door. Be like, I can't believe you fucked my daughter. Ah!
take shit on his desk.
Do you see that guy right there in the office? Your boss, he fucked my daughter. Just go around and
Honestly,
just tell everybody. And then I'd probably hit up his family. Be like, hey, guys, guess what? Your dad boned my daughter. Has been boning my daughter for a long time now. So,
All right, hold up.
I'm the-
Turn this down.
Turn it off. Click the button.
clicky a button.
That just started happening?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, continue.
Yeah, I would
That's
I would make that dude's life a living hell.
That's a sticky situation. I'd try to talk to my daughter first, try and get a timeline of all this stuff, and
Well, yeah, try to
would
find
say-
out if it's kosher, like if it on her end it was all consensual and like or whatnot, and then if that is the case, also it depends because it sounds like the type of daughter who would do that wouldn't really care about how you felt and like be a little shitty about it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine like that daughter being like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know what came over me." Like that's a rational person who wouldn't have really done that in the first place.
well, I mean, rational people make mistakes too. Like,
Yeah, but-
it could be anything. She could be like a law student right now, about to get her fucking degree, and she was just there for like a family like boss, because it sounds like the boss and the dad are like pretty close because they're around the same age and they've been working together for 10 years. You kind of end up becoming homies. You don't know what their whole relationship is like.
But
But,
the
like-
likelihood that of a daughter that would do like create that situation or be part of that situation, I think is higher that she would be a little bit like entitled and not that remorseful. I think that's more likely.
I mean, they ran. As far as the story, have they like addressed anything like further?
No updates, no nothing.
I mean, for somebody to
But one of the
do
comments
the
in-
type of person like I'm saying that it's likely, it's not necessarily true, but I think it's more likely that she is not going to take like regular like full responsibility for her actions, judging by the actions that we do know, which is after it happened he got upset and then she just ran off and didn't say anything to anybody.
Yeah.
That's kind of the actions of
Some of these comments
somebody
are brutal.
that's not
though.
Yeah, but
that
again,
responsible.
you can't really
Damn.
just blame her entirely because I feel
I'm
like
not blaming her entirely, but I'm just saying
we're
that
saying that
it's,
she's like a promiscuous person, exactly. But I don't know.
I'm not saying she's
But I think
promiscuous,
it's
but I'm saying like
really
the
weird.
likelihood of somebody who would do that is probably not easy to deal with. Not going to be easy to deal with.
Yeah, but even then, you kind of don't know if
We
she
don't
is.
know, but I'm saying the likelihood.
Okay, yeah. But I'm just thinking, like, what if she was just a shut-in? Because I think it's fucking creepy because he's known this family for 10 years, so he's seen this girl grow up from being, like, fucking 10 years old. And you know what? Maybe
13,
it was,
10
like, a
years,
weird two-way
13
street
to
where she was all
23,
like,
that's 10 years.
oh, I always thought, like, you were cute when I was, like, a teenager. Or, like, maybe she was, like, a flirty teenager. Or she didn't, and she, like, just secretly had a crush on this dude and revealed it when she got a little bit more confident in college or whatever. Like, regardless of the whole situation, that's fucking creepy that, like, you're gonna watch somebody grow up and then fuck him and, like, fuck up your whole family.
And that
Yeah.
dude's family? Or
And, yeah, fuck up two families at once.
Well, yeah, but I mean, and also she's old enough for. I mean, this is just an aside, but I mean, she's old enough for both of them to be to blame, and I don't.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to the notion that like if people want to argue saying like, oh well, you know, like whatever, the prefrontal cortex isn't fully developed until age 25 or whatever the fuck. Yo, you know, the destructive nature of like having sex with certain people,
Oh, yeah.
like, but like way before that, you know, like a married man with children should be off limits. You know that,
oh my god!
like, there's no way that you don't understand that by that time. You should know that by the time you're like 13 or 14, that that's a bad thing.
Well, yeah, you
to
hear
do.
about, like, other people, like, your friends' families, like, oh, my parents are getting divorced, like, my mom cheated or my dad cheated, and it's like,
Yeah.
or my mom is my extra dad now, or you never know.
listen to some of these comments.
Yeah, let's hear them.
This is like right after the post, and this is kind of fucked up. But as the first one goes, is your boss a married man? Somebody answers, sounds like it because OP mentions the boss's family. And then somebody below that said, I came to ask just this. And the person below goes, boss came too. The person below that was like, too soon, man. And then the person below that was like, that's what she said.
Oh wow.
These people are heartless with this
Boss came too
dads.
soon. That's what she said. Yeah.
But yeah, some of
Good burn.
these people are like trying to give like career advice instead of like life advice. Except for this person that won this award. And it looks like this person is just telling them to see a therapist. Because as much as you're going to need career advice, you're going to need life advice to be able to process what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, because
Because apparently a lot of
dude,
people
you've
are
worked
just...
with for 10 years and your daughter. It makes you question just your view on the world, reality, yourself as a father, your daughter, and a good friend of yours. So it's like,
Yeah.
and you have to fucking maybe change career.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think first off, career-wise, I would basically come at it like give it a little bit of time so you could cool off, but then come at it when it's still relatively fresh to where he can't brush it off.
Come at it
Yeah.
fresh.
Okay,
That's what
and
she said.
then basically be like, I need you to help place me into another somewhere else. Like, give me any letters of recommendation that I need. And then help me with any kind of like adjusting any credentials or whatever it is so that I can get a job doing the same thing, making similar money elsewhere. So I think you at least owe me that to help me get placed somewhere else. And then after that's handled, go to therapy with your daughter, figure out what's going on. I mean, if she really is in love with the guy and then she's an adult or whatever, like, you kind of want to be outside of the situation, so you don't want to be still working there. So as long as you get that part handled, it might make it easier to deal with the other elements of everything. And if they really are in love or whatever it is, then they can figure that out, you know? So if she wants to deal with the extramarital thing, and then because the thing is, like, sometimes I feel like with kids, especially when they're older, like, no matter how much you tell them certain things about how big of a mistake that they're making, they're just going to double down. So then they're going to make the mistake or even go even harder. So if you're like, okay, well, you take yourself out of the situation to where you're not bothering them about it too much after you feel the initial push and it's not going to go anywhere. Like, you can't force her. She's 23. Then just be like, okay, well, I guess do what you're going to do. And then that way, whatever comes up from it, it's on her. And then, she has to deal with the consequences. Because, yeah, trying to push a 23-year-old doesn't work a lot of the time, I would imagine. Like, well, because, they're like, I'm an adult, I can make my own decisions. Okay, that's true. In my opinion, this is a wrong decision to have sex with a married man. And also,
your dad's boss.
It is my boss, and that was kind of messed up or whatever. So, but yeah, go to therapy and try to repair your relationship with your daughter.
Or not.
Why not? Why wouldn't you want to repair?
I would just lock myself in my room and just never leave.
Or not. It's up to him, dude.
I'm kidding.
It's up to that guy to determine whether he wants to go to therapy or not.
Okay.
Or not. Who knows? Who knows what he's going to do?
I don't know what he's going to do,
He's
but
probably
I'm just
sitting in the
my
parking
piece.
lot crying while he's writing his post, and I feel so bad for him.
Or not.
Or not.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Or
that's good advice.
You walk into your boss's office and you go, "You write me a check for $500,000, fucker."
It's a lot of money too.
Yeah.
500,000.
And also, that's a whole nother thing is depending on what part of the country or where in the world this happened,
I think it's in the U.S.
This boss could totally fuck over this dude's life and the girl's life. Just be like, go to his wife and like find lawyers and shit and be like, the devil did it.
The devil did it.
Or this little witch like coerced me. Or if they're like of different races.
Oh, yeah.
Think of that shit.
Yeah, that sounds like it's not in
This little girl used her voodoo magic on me.
I feel like there is an option of finding out if your boss has kids, because he said family. So maybe one of those kids are prime and ready. Maybe
What
you
if
can get your revenge that way?
Yeah, what if the
Then
boss
you're gonna fuck
is,
your own family up even more?
his rebuttal is instantly is like, well, you fucked my daughter. Thought we're doing a thing.
Because isn't that a porn premise too?
Yeah.
Trading daughters?
Trading daughters.
Oh, yeah.
But it's with,
Yeah, there's that movie where,
I think it's called A Door.
where the two mothers trade sons. Start fucking each other's sons.
Yeah, that's a porn premise, dude.
Yep. It's hot. Pornhub?
Well,
getting out
I
of
think
hand.
it could be a lot worse,
I'm kidding.
to be honest, but I feel bad for him anyways.
Yeah,
Kind of
that's
a rough spot to be in.
That's something that you don't really ever think is gonna happen until it happens, and it's just like, God damn it.
Now I gotta find a new job, new career, new daughter. Gotta find a new daughter.
Find a new daughter.
Like, what was the biggest thing you had to deal with when you were like 23, life-wise?
Fucking my dad's boss, I think. Yeah.
Wasn't he retired by then too?
When I was 23?
Mhm.
No, not yet.
I bet you his dad's boss was a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Boeing.
man. Yeah, fuck the shit out of that guy at a barbecue that we were having. Like, I just couldn't wait until we were, away from my dad.
Yeah, like you're telling him about the cooler with the extra beers in the garage.
Yeah.
And like when he bent over, he just looked back at you and gave you the go ahead.
Yeah, it was just like, I've been seeing this guy since like I was 13, and then just for some reason it just clicked, like I need to fuck this guy.
So that fool in his cargo shorts.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, 23 was
I don't know.
the biggest thing I dealt with at 23 was moving cities, and then, yeah, making new friends
Moving
in
to
San
SF.
Francisco, and
Yeah.
then, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think I fucked anybody's boss. Yeah, they were all employees. They're all low level, like entry level.
Zach, what about you?
23. I don't know. Nothing really. I mean, he left. Matt left a couple years before that, like 1 or 2 years before that, didn't he?
I think so.
And then he came back. 23. I don't know. Just
Yoga
I can't-
works.
Yoga Works. Yoga Works was fine at the time. That's when it was great, actually. So good. That's a tasty select on its own. Yeah, I can't think of anything at 23 that.
Zach is pretty much admitting that he banged some of
Yogis.
the students that would come in.
Cannot confirm nor deny.
And that's why people work at yoga studios, right?
I can confirm this, yes.
Or
It was
not.
great. Or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was great. No, yeah, I can't think of anything that was bad at
Or
23.
you meet the love of your life like Matt did, and
Yeah.
it was a coworker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they met at that's 23.
No,
22.
that was earlier than 23.
Where they first met. Yeah.
Did Matt come back before I left?
I don't think he did.
So then,
What do you mean?
you come back from New York?
Yeah, I think you guys yeah, you had already left.
Before you came back?
Yeah, because he was out for like a good
6 months, 8 months.
no, it was like 4 or 5.
Oh,
I remember.
It's right when Hurricane Sandy hit.
Yeah, that like harsh ass winter hit New York, and then Matt, being from LA, he's like, "Oh my god, this fucking sucks." But
Well,
He-
he also couldn't work either
yeah, he couldn't work, and then
because
he
everything was flooded and shit.
ran out of money because it's fucking expensive to live in New York.
yeah. I wonder if they're going through it right now.
Who knows?
New York.
Who knows?
Yeah, 23.
But 23, yeah. Nobody likes you when you're 23, according to
Blink-182.
Blink-182, yeah.
Yeah, it was like the best worst year of my life. It's like I started working on set with like Marvel and shit, and then my mom died.
Yeah.
And yeah, nobody likes you when you're 23. I remember also being newly single because of that. And then
Oh, God.
no Tinder matches.
Yeah, no
Oh
Tinder
my
matches.
God.
I remember.
Nobody
Oh my
likes you when you're
God.
23. That's like an unattractive number.
What'd you put
Which-
in your bio?
I'm 23, even though it says his fucking age right there.
It tells you the age of people already because you have to list that in your bio.
But did you
Unless
put
you're
in your
lying about
bio like, oh, I'm 23, newly
back then-
single because my ex-girlfriend is insensitive about my, not widow, but my situation. And then they're like, why would you write all this in the bio?
No, I didn't write that. I wrote the standard thing that you're supposed to do is like, okay, how am I gonna fish for girls?
23,
I work in the
8-inch
film.
dick.
I work in the film industry. I'm 6'4".
Oh yeah, you got to put your height.
I think all you needed to do is just put your height.
Yeah, you're
I
just
did
like,
put my
6'4".
height.
No, just that and leave
6'4".
it.
yeah,
I'm 6'4".
23, 6'4.
6'4". What app?
What app?
6'4",
Zero hits.
decent. Really? For how long?
I feel like honestly, like a week or something after I turned 24.
Is when you finally got a hit.
Yeah, I shit you not. That wasn't like a robot or like a dog salesman.
But you actually dated somebody off of Tinder.
Yeah.
Did you? Have you?
Off of Tinder? Yeah, right now. Well, I guess Bumble, but
Oh, okay.
I didn't
That's
have
true.
Bumble back then.
I didn't. So I guess I got an okay amount of hits. It does hit your fucking confidence. But
no, not really. You get used to it after a while. At the beginning, yes.
That
why do you have
then
to
you get-
challenge everything I say? I'm saying this is my opinion on my thing. and you
I
always
think,
have to
but if-
challenge
I'm
me
just
on
saying, I think-
everything.
I think if you were to go and continue doing it, you would have built that. Oh, okay, whatever. They're done, because that's exactly how I felt when I first started. I confidence boost or decrease in confidence because somebody unmatched me, and now I'm immune to it.
Yeah, back then they wouldn't unmatch; they would just ghost you or just not respond back to your messages. So it was just like
that. Well, that's what would happen to me a lot. I mean,
me too.
Because I remember I got a handful of matches, and then I would hit some of them up. But the thing is, I was also very selective and like was picking people based on like if we had, because it used to tell you if your interests were similar. So then
it did, huh?
I would go with people who had similar interests. I would have stuff to talk about, and then there's like a handful of people that I got matched with, and then I hit them up. Some either the ones that did hit me back. There was like one girl who I almost met up with, but then it's probably best that I didn't. But she basically, the whole conversation was like, oh, well, I'm just not that assertive or whatever. I was like, oh, okay, like what's your experience been on this app? I was like, oh, well, I've been on a few Tinder dates like that I didn't really want to go on. I was like, why did you do that? I was like, oh, I'm just not good at saying no. I was like, okay, well, I don't know, did you want to
so if I ask you
art show? And she's like, yeah, sure. And I was like, are you sure you're not just saying yes because you're not good at saying no? And she's like, no.
I don't know. I don't know.
She's like, I don't know. And I was like, what the fuck?
People are nuts.
Ew. So then I was like, all right. And then I just didn't even send her the address. And then we went to the art show together.
Yeah.
I remember like I don't have any game, like really spitting. Like I remember just being like, oh, this guy's really nice. Oh, hello, how are you? It's just like, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's like you can't just be like, oh, hello, how's your day going?
Yeah, you're not gonna get much.
Yeah.
Unless you find the one person, the rare one person that's like, oh, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, or like someone that like, is as awkward or.
Because most of the time now, it's like it's pickup lines or a joke.
Well,
Like, you ever been bitten by a rattlesnake?
Being really fucking
What about
perverted.
a trouser snake?
oh
Yeah.
god.
Or being really perverted, which is mind-boggling to me.
Well, for me, I think San Francisco is where I kind of realized how like the way that it works for me, like where my game is.
Is that Pete's coffee?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, no, but basically just like being able to, if I can just
whip
like,
up a mean latte.
But I was also in this weird headspace. So at the point where it started working for me, I was getting like blasted, but then I would be so fixated on whichever girl at the moment, and then I would just keep like swatting away other girls until I got the one that I was looking for, and then that didn't pan out. I was like, damn, I just like rejected a bunch of, because I just wasn't into that whole like, oh, I don't know, I just felt like I was inviting drama to like fuck a bunch of girls while I'm going after a girl, and then if they're still trying to talk to me when I finally get what I wanted, then it would just add drama. So then I just kind of kept pushing all the other shit away. But then I guess after the fact, it's kind of, I was thinking like, damn, I had so many opportunities, but I guess I didn't need to, like, kind of just arguing with myself, like, you didn't really need to be a fuckboy though. I was like, oh, but it could have been fun.
I mean, it did work out.
Well, yeah, it worked out,
in
but
the
like,
end. Because
but
imagine if you did the opposite of what you actually did, and I don't know, maybe one of those women that were throwing themselves at you.
Hepatitis.
Not was crazy, but like maybe a potential match. Would you have met this one right here?
No, that's why I kind of regret it, you know, like if I
No, for real. You could have like, what if it was like, oh yeah, you didn't, you know, you just like talking to this one Asian chick, before you know it, it's like, oh, her family, crazy rich Asians.
Yeah.
You
Like,
could have been one of the crazy
I
rich
could have been
Asians.
dating rich. Like, I miss out on so many things. Like, I could have dated a crazy rich Asian, or like I could have, like, I never got the chance to like have like a crazy chick bleach all my clothes or some shit.
Or just toss all your shit out in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
street.
throw it all on the street just because I got a text from my sister and she didn't know my sister's name or whatever, and she thought it was a side girl. Like, oh hey, you want to?
Who the fuck is Taylor? Are you fucking dudes now?
Yeah. That's
Not again.
That's a unisex name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
well,
why it's like, and you live in San Francisco, so it's like the
It's like-
chances.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Well, I'm
It's
happy.
like, well, you going to the Castro or what or whatever? Who you meeting at? Who is this fool? You're gonna get dinner with this fool? Who's mom?
I'm out of here. I don't want AIDS.
Whoa.
Because I'm assuming she'd be crazy and uneducated.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
fair. That's good. That's good.
Oh jeez. Yeah. Yeah.
But no, yeah, I ended up kind of lucking out. So
Kind of looking out.
I lucked. Okay, I lucked out. Goddamn.
I'm
It's kinda.
Hey,
I'm
you
oblivious,
know what?
so I don't
Don't
know
look at me.
when people really like me, unless they're like pretty blunt about it.
Yeah.
But even then, like
I am too.
I got lucky too, because it's like, oh shit, like you actually think this fucking dork is funny? Okay. Yeah, I like that.
I think we all kind of ended up with we're all with people that think we're hilarious. But honestly, not to toot our own horn, our collective horn, but
Better not too
I don't think that that's like uncommon. Like I think a lot of people do, because I realized where my strengths were around that age range of 23 or when I moved to San Francisco is when I kind of realized is like, because before it's like, everybody tells you, oh, you got to go to the club, you got to go to all these areas that like do it this way and like hit on girls and try to figure out your game. And then what I realized was my game was just like, it would just, every time, if I just had a friend who had single females, where there's like going to be single females in an arena where you can hear me, like where you could talk, if they just brought me in, introduced me, and then I would just like, shoot the shit with the group and then just speak the way I speak or whatever, at least one of them would be like interested in what I had to say, and then they would just start talking to me exclusively. So it ended up being really easy to figure out who was interested.
Talk
Yeah,
about
just
tooting their own horn, huh?
Just being yourself, right?
Tooting and booting.
Yeah, basically, I guess. But that's the thing.
That's the ultimate lesson. Be yourself.
Yeah,
and
but before we give certain people some weird ass fucking advice, where the be yourself advice, the reality is you have to be your true self, not your nervous self. So you have to figure out a way to not. And if you're like, oh well, I'm a nervous person or whatever, then be the self that you are around your best friends. Because if they can see that comfort, that's where the attraction will come from. Even if you have a third nipple or even look weird, if you can at least showcase
Your third nipple.
your true comfort, that you'll probably be able to attract girls. And
yeah.
here's a pro tip for actual nerdy nerds: don't fight it. Just be part of all the really nerdy communities that you want to be part of, and the people that you want will be there, instead of trying to separate, like, oh, I'm gonna do my nerdy thing, I'm gonna go but I'm gonna still try to get these like cheerleader type girls or whatever. It's like, dude, just, especially now
Gotta stay in your lane.
in the nerd world,
Gotta stay.
they
in your
look
lane.
just as hot, or they're just as conventionally attractive as any of these cheerleader girls. So you're lucking out nowadays.
Yeah,
just
be your best self. You know what? Do whatever makes you feel comfortable, even if that's having sex with your dad's boss.
Toot and boot it.
whoa. Wait, I think we circled back in a wrong way.
Is that what we're trying to talk about? Because she's just living her best life. Honestly, it's like we shouldn't slut shame.
No,
I don't.
What?
No, we don't endorse home wrecking here. I was just joking.
Yeah, home wrecking
Home wrecker
shaming
is
is
one
100% cool
Yes.
to me. And if you think that's some kind of patriarchal attack, dudes shouldn't do it either. Don't fuck your best friend's mom or like your mom's boss.
If you
Or
don't
your
like
dad's
that,
female boss. We got a lot of boss ass women's out here. So dudes don't fuck them either. At 23.
don't do that or suck a sack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then let's just bring it back to the 23-year-old specifically as advice for the 23-year-olds out there. It's fine to be into older people, older women, older men.
Especially if they have money.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But
Thanks, Henry.
you have to understand that it is a faux pas to be with somebody that
You mean taboo?
or it a faux pas. I mean faux pas.
Quick pro quo.
To get with your parents' boss, because that introduces a whole slew of complications, and it makes that parent's life more difficult. And if you do, but also we'll keep in mind, if your relationship with that parent isn't great, then it's understandable that maybe you would not give a shit. So like, yeah, if you don't know them that well, I don't know. I don't do it.
What if
Yeah,
she's like, this
I
is,
think we should just say don't do it.
that
Don't.
was revenge for
Taking her
fucking-
phone away.
for fucking my volleyball coach.
What?
What if she was like that?
Oh, like the dad fucked the volleyball coach.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Oh, then yeah, he deserved it. Because
but we don't know that, so we can only speculate.
we don't know that he fucked the volleyball coach.
Yeah.
I'm very sure he probably did it because that came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, the coach was a dude.
You can still fuck them.
Hey,
So she was mad that she didn't get to fuck him. That was the problem.
maybe.
So it's like, you fuck my volleyball coach, I didn't even get to you. I'm gonna fuck your boss before you get to.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
We're about to go on a fucking fishing trip. That's why he's so upset.
Because they were gonna do the fucking fishing trip.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Dad's pissed because
He wanted that ass.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, OP. I don't know where this is coming from. I guess they're speculating on different scenarios.
No, I think this is true. I think we've nailed it. I think
I don't think that's true. at
we've
all.
men of a similar age.
linked to him and we've like figured it out.
I don't think there's.
I've seen Brokeback Mountain.
Oh yeah. Yo, if some dudes can find that kind of bond off of herding cattle, then some dudes can find that bond fishing and working together often. And
I
how
don't
do you
even know if they fish.
yes they do. It said in the thing, remember?
No, it did not.
Yeah,
I
you
read
didn't
the
read that
whole
paragraph
thing.
at the bottom, like fishing. It just said the fish right
No, the
there.
paragraph at the
What do
bottom
you,
was
what do you
his
think they keep
TRLD.
talking about fish bobs?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh man, we're getting to the deep ends of this. This is beautiful.
Or the deep throats, according to Henry.
Oh, what do they call
gosh.
like when salmon spawn?
Spawning.
No, but like they have. Oh, I think it's called like
sorry.
malt, or it's like a specific term for like salmon jizz.
when they spray? All
Yeah,
over.
but it's called something.
Cum cloud. And we're off to the races. Zach's tapping. Zach's clicking up. Oh, now he's scrolling. He's already typed in
Milt.
his search.
Milt.
Milt.
Yeah.
And
Salmon
Henry's
sperm
got it.
milt
Henry's
is
got
called a miracle
research.
product by Japanese researchers for its ability to extract rare earth elements from various wastes. It turns the salmon sperm as phosphate in its DNA.
That's what happens when you use Bing, Zach. You lose a search battle.
Yeah, so
Actually using
the dad was just trying to get some boss
even
milk.
worse.
And
That's what Alex Jones uses.
turns out the daughter got all the milk.
It is.
Well, hey, that's good.
Yeah, I mean,
It
Zach
works.
is kind of the Alex Jones of our team.
Get back here, coward! The way he runs.
I'm gonna fuck Alex up after this. I'm gonna cough on
That's the thing Alex Jones would do.
him. Cough on him because he's not wearing his muzzle.
I'm gonna cough on you, you coward!
I'm trying to be Alex Jones, right?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I'm a gay frog. All right, so I guess that's our episode. In conclusion, Batman is not that great to them.
What? No. No.
To me, he's
If you're
not my favorite.
23, you should fuck your boss. Shouldn't fuck your dad's boss.
You shouldn't.
Unless you get a lot of money.
No, you shouldn't.
Unless
Don't
you could
sell
keep
it.
it on the DL.
And Babylonians are not that funny. So
Apparently.
Oh, and don't play with matches and lighters when you're in the house, kids.
yeah, all kinds.
Just listen to Little Smokey, okay?
And don't call me Alex Jones.
See you guys
Laters.
next week. Thanks for tuning in, and
Thank you.
we'll learn you something next time.
Bye bye, Odd Squad.